bullshit on me, though.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just...
Yes, whatever. Just
Hey,
don't get
Dundee,
yourself in
have you
trouble.
ever seen the show Shameless?
No.
You're kind of like your dad.
I love how she just falls over. Okay.
I hate Perkins. They
What?
smell like shit.
Oh,
You hate Perkins?
Actually, no.
That's
Oh,
fucked
Bogans.
up.
No.
Bogans.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Shovel down the hallway. Actually, no, we're good.
The fuck is Steve-O? Where's Steve-O?
I don't know. Is he a lawyer too?
Jail.
Why the fuck is
They
he
did.
Fuck's sake. Shut up, shut up.
Steve-O's in prison.
LOL.
What did he go to prison for?
Because he wouldn't stop swearing when the judge told him to.
There you go.
Sign a note, you will.
God, did he get contempt?
Alright, can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We're here for a sentencing hearing of one Mr. Irwin Dundee. I will now call this court into session at this time. As I do that, any outbursts, anyone using a phone, anyone flashing gang signs, anyone wearing a hat will be removed from this courtroom and held
Why?
in contempt of court. Gentleman back there with the notepad.
Thank you, Dre.
With the hat on. Please remove your hat. Thank you.
Shaggy, I
Does
see
everyone
me, you little
understand me? I've already
shit!
sentenced one person.
Yeah, I'm doing
You
good,
little
actually. I just wanted to
fucking
give you a
shit!
call.
This is doing
And I
it
wanted you
again.
to let you know that you're a
Everyone
cocksucker.
will
Fucking
remain
arrested.
cordial and be in
Oh,
an
man,
orderly
thank you,
fashion.
Steve. I love you, dude.
Understood, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Dundee,
Yes, sir.
it is the understanding of this court that you are willing to plead guilty at this time, sir. Is that true?
Yes.
All right, I am going to read you your charges, sir. Count 1 is attempted first-degree murder on a peace officer times 2. Count 2, attempted second-degree murder on a peace officer times 4. Count 3, criminal possession of a firearm class 2 times 3. Count 4, possession of a silencer / suppressor times 1. Count 5, possession of a controlled dangerous substance times 1. Count 6, possession of crack cocaine with intent to distribute times 1. And count 7, possession of cocaine with intent to distribute times 1. How are you pleading at this time, sir?
Guilty.
All right, is there a statement you would like to read to the court, or would you like your attorneys to address the court before I sentence you, sir?
Do I just... Look, what do I say now? Give me 1 moment as all. Talk to me, lawyer.
You may have a moment, sir.
Let that 70s show. He's gonna be your main lawyer. I'm just
Yes,
co-counsel.
I would suggest that we talk about how long you've been.
Suppressants are illegal.
I would suggest you
Yes.
speak from the heart on this one. I mean, I could speak for you, however. I think what you need to
Oh,
do
shit,
is talk
lucky I
about
don't
the
have
time
one.
you've been spending out of jail, how long you've been sentenced for, how long it's been since the beginning, and just say that you've been doing good and been working. Talk about all those things. I think you'd be all right.
Okay.
All right, you got
Yeah,
it.
everything we talked about outside. Remember all of this shit. You're improving. Blah 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 blah.
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Dundee.
on Sunday, I made a mistake. I made an awful decision. A decision that I made in rage. An anger that I should have been able to control. An anger that has roiled me for years. That for a long time I've seeked no help to try and fix. But after I was caught for my stupid decisions, I got some time to think in prison. The 2 years I spent in prison, and the long while I've already spent on bail, I thought about something. I thought about that it isn't worth it. Because on the day that I was released from jail, my son, Nicky, from Queensland, Australia, came in because his house burnt down with the biological mother, who we're not on speaking terms with. Came into Los Santos looking for his dad for a home. And I realised that this was a message that I'll get a second chance to raise the son that I failed on doing 2 times before. You see, Your Honor, I've got a son called Thomas back in Australia with my girlfriend Brenda. I didn't raise him correctly. You never wanted to fix the Ford. You never wanted to go out camping with his father. You never wanted to do any manly stuff. He never could. He never wanted to. All he wanted to do is wanted to stay at home and wanted to play on his computer, playing that damn game and doing nothing on there, sitting there playing Grand Theft Auto all day like a loser, doing nothing, screaming and yelling on the computer. And he never wants to come and do things with his father.
Imagine.
It's tragic, isn't it?
So, when I adopted Gaz and Malou, I thought this would be a second chance to raise a son correctly. But I learned a lot of mistakes doing that. And he left me and joined another motorcycle club where they raised him better. But Nicky, he hasn't gone through the mistakes I made. And that gives me another opportunity to raise him correctly. A son that I can love and I'm proud of. I can't do that in jail. And I realise I've made a mistake. The time I've spent on house arrest, being able to do nothing, watching all my mates go to the pub, splitting stubbies and having 950 schnitties, chicken palmies, and I don't get to join them. I get to see them come home laughing, having fun, doing all the good stuff, and I'm at home all alone. I've got an entire friends behind me, look at them all, and they all rely on me. But I failed them. We're making a crucial mistake at that house that day. I felt like I was justified at first because of previous problems I've had with Nicholas Riggs that day. But I realised that I was not right. And Your Honour, I'm hoping that you have within yourself today some decency and mercy. I'm willing to take anger management classes for some time served and even time reduction today, which is why I'm also pleading guilty to this. And as officers know, I usually don't plead guilty to anything, but I'm trying to make a change. I've got another job now. I've got 2 jobs. I now work the trucking job to keep getting money for the MC and for my home. And I've got a new job to raise my son, Nicky. Give him this life he never had as a younger kid, because I wasn't there for him. And I can't do that in jail, Your Honour. I think the time that I've spent already in prison to reflect on the misery of being on house arrest and not being able to be here with me mates has taught me a valuable lesson. And I apologise. I'll never admit I'm wrong. But I've changed. And I mean it. I'm sorry. And I hope you can forgive me. And the other officers that I violently attacked, I'm sorry too. I want to live a new life with my son. You know? Nicky. He deserves a better life. I was like, please, Your Honour, I'll beg for mercy. As I said earlier, or even to take anger management classes to try and learn from more mistakes. But, 1 second. Let me just ask my lawyer something. Should I mention what Riggs said to me over the phone about my son?
about him
Right.
antagonizing. No, I would not stir up any sort of trouble.
Okay. Sure,
So
say
just take it on the chin on this
Sure,
one.
sure, say anything else?
I think you did pretty well. I think we just drill one more time that about the time you spent. 2 days in jail, how many days on bail, all that stuff.
Your Honor, just to remind you in the court, keep it fresh in memory, I have spent some time. 2 years in jail, some hefty months on parole, and I've learned a lot. And my MC behind me here, they need me to keep them in line, keep them in check, help run things smoothly, make a nice MC, a motorcycle club that we can all enjoy being in together. Or do you all need me? Well, how's life been without your leader? Raise your hands if you have missed me, if you need me in the MC.
Probably would have done less jail time.
All of that. They all need me. To help them, you know? We take in criminals from the street and we reform them to make them better members of society. Isn't that right? Look at Steve-O here. He was a bloody crack addict when I found him. Now look at him, he's
Alright.
clean.
Probably still is.
They need me. Just like my son does. That's all I'd like to say, Mona. I'm very sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Dundee. I also have a question for you, Mr. Dundee.
Yes?
Is your son present in court today?
No, I can make him here President Court.
That's not necessary. I just figured, you know, if my father was being sentenced to prison, I'd probably be there right by his side showing some kind of support. But that says a lot here in court today.
Because I failed him.
Tough crowd.
But I need to make him love me again. I pushed him away as a kid. I was never there for him, and
Talking about Gaz or who is this?
no, Nicky, my biological son from Queensland. One night, yeah, it was
Don't judge him, Mr. Snow.
He got multiple sons.
All right,
Gaza.
Dundee.
Gaza is
Thank you
my
for that
adopted son, who was there in the back.
Is Deputy Riggs here?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were a victim of this crime?
I was, Your Honor, yes.
You have the chance, sir, to give a victim impact statement before sentencing. Would you like to do that and address the court here today?
A victim
Oh, he's
impact
going,
statement?
he's going. Doctor's
sir.
running out. He's getting on the
How
what's
it's
it called?
affected your life?
You got this, Riggs.
I used to feel like I had a pretty good understanding with myself and Irwin Dundee. I'd always treat him
Oh,
fairly,
I'm so sorry.
no matter what the
I'm sorry.
situation was. Always sort of took another look at it. I know, you know, how his life is, how he's been treated, and how he's raised, and how it's affected him later on in life. So in a sense, you can almost say I felt sorry for him. But after what happened in that back alleyway, I've lost all respect for him. That's just plain and simple. Well, what happened in that back alleyway with myself and Castman, it's 100% changed the way I feel about Irwin Dundee.
All right, thank you. Is Officer Casterman available, or is he off duty right now?
He's off duty, sir.
He is
Alright,
off
thank
duty.
All right. The representatives from Mr. Dundee, do you have anything that you'd like to say to the court at this time before I impose a sentence on your client?
Yes, I believe he spoke to the points I would have brought up about the time served and his corrective behavior that he's going to be following if he goes for anger management.
Right. All right. Miss Cox, do you have anything to say?
No, I agree with what both of them said, and I would just like to stress time served and also the fact that, you know, you can't necessarily time travel back into time and undo your mistakes, but you can, you know, try to move on from there to the best of your ability, Your Honor. And that's what Irwin Dundee is trying to do here today. He apologized, and he's changing himself, and that's all he can really do now,
Mr. Dundee,
even if people agree with him or not.
I have one more question for you, Mr. Dundee.
Eh?
Before I go back and think about a sentence for you. What kind of guarantee does the court have, sir, that as soon as you're released, you're not going to go back to the same lifestyle that you've had? Taking into consideration that you might attend anger management courses.
Or will attend anger management courses, Your Honor.
Okay, but I'm asking you very specifically, what kind of guarantee does this court have that you won't be back on the streets in a few years, sir, or whenever, and you go right back to that same life of crime?
My son.
Son.
Put your hands down.
My son, Nicky. What there?
There you go.
My son.
That's your son?
What there? Yeah, that's him. Nicky.
All right.
Hello, Nicky.
Hey, Dad.
Can my son come up and speak to me about how I've been helping him?
We verify that's actually your son?
Do we? Yeah, that's the other question. Can your son please approach me? What's his name?
Nicky Dundee.
Nikki.
Nicky Dundee. Mr. Dundee, could you come forward, please? Nicky. Not Irwin.
Yes, sir.
Come right here before me and just show me your identification, sir.
Can I use the EMS more? My leg's killing me.
Nicky Dundee.
It's Nicky.
All right.
He
Okay,
better-
sir. You can go back and stand by your father.
I'm your son. I will love you.
Hey, Dad. I
will
love you too, Dad.
It's gonna be okay, son. It's gonna be okay. Oh, look, the MC will take care of you, okay? We'll be alright, son.
All right. Can I have some order in my court, please? Thank you.
Grab this.
Nicky Dundee, do you have anything you'd like to say on behalf of your father before I impose a sentence on him here today? I'll allow you that, sir.
Yeah. It can be argued based off of what I've seen of both his attitude and composition of character that he is not particularly viewed as a good man. But I feel as if there is circumstance since I have entered his life where he has treated me in a good manner and tried to give me a place in a city which I don't belong. I've heard of his past transgressions, and I've heard of things that he's done. And though he particularly wasn't there for me when I was younger, he's been nothing but there for me since I've arrived. He didn't ask for my presence. My mother did not make him aware that I was approaching Los Santos. She simply dumped me off and made me his problem. And since I first contacted him, he hasn't treated me as a burden or a problem at all. And he's done everything within his power to make sure that I feel loved.
Pepe heads.
And that he can make up for the time that has been lost that was denied to him from my mom.
All right, thank you, sir.
Compelling.
Very compelling. All right, I'm going to go ahead and place this court in recess at this time. I'm going to go back. I'm going to speak to my other judge here, the Honorable Coop Holliday, and we will come back with a sentencing guideline for Mr. Dundee. While this court is in recess, please.
I have no idea who
do
that
not
is.
beat the crap out of each other. Do not start throwing haymakers. Act civil. Does everyone understand me?
No selfies.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Why
sir.
not?
This court's
Yes,
in
Your Honor.
recess. I'll be back. It shouldn't take me too long.
Wait.
You had
Why,
a
baby?
one-night stand, right?
Very good
Sometimes you're
work.
in love
Okay.
and you
Wait.
forget, and then all of a sudden
Wait,
you
did
impregnate someone who
Dundee's mom
squirts
drop
around.
him off at Los Santos? Or I'm confused on what
Interesting.
happened.
I caught
Hey, Dundee.
Dundee's mum fucking Max Immersion in
Who the
the
fuck is that
chop
guy? I've
shop
never met
once.
him before.
Sorry,
It's
what?
disgusting.
What?
Ew!
Thought I introduced you to him. He
Wait,
came
there's a
in the
chop
other day.
shop?
Nice.
Yeah.
How many fucking kids have you got, mate?
Did you hear
Steve,
that?
I'd shut up before you.
No, I did.
Dundee's son look more like you?
No, I did. I
Regardless, it's helping his case quite a
me and
bit.
Jenny, right? Wait,
Can I
Jenny.
use your services? Me leggies are
Yeah, me and
killing
Jenny went up to the chop shop and we found Max Immersion and Dundee's mum just, you know,
I'm
having a good
What?
time.
they were going at it.
How bad is
Why
your
does
taste
G'day,
if
mate.
you could fuck Max Immersion? That's disgusting.
Can I get a fucking burger?
Can
I'm
you
actually
stop
about to
talking
die.
about more MC members? Christ!
I don't want to talk about
So rude.
So your wound needs to get treated at Pillbox Medical because it's something I can't treat. It needs to be looked at by a medical doctor.
If you can keep
Thank
him,
you so much.
if you can keep him stable,
It's not a
and
problem.
then once he's been sentenced,
Wait, how many?
down there
Who
immediately.
would fuck Dundee? That's what I'm confused about.
Wait, whose kid?
Yeah,
Okay.
Wait, that's...
I'll write up a form about it.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Just keep him stable, and then as soon as you can, yeah.
Jesus.
Wait a
Oh
second.
yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. Good
Thank
job.
you, Heidi, and we'll take him straight down to the hospital once it's done.
Please,
Um,
it's
I don't wanna
a
talk
pretty
about it.
severe wound.
I'll plead the
I'm
fifth.
trying my best to stitch them up.
I'll
Yeah.
plead the fifth.
I'm sorry, Mallory. Treated you so
Um,
wrong back in Queensland. Nicky.
Sorry, Nikki Dundee, could I just borrow you for a moment? It's got nothing to do
Mallory.
with the case or
Yeah,
anything like
mother.
that. Could I just get you to stand next to... Just get you to stand next to Deputy Riggs here. Do you mind? Is that alright?
Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
wait,
we'll
can
do
I
that.
take this?
They got the same nose.
Just,
Holy shit.
oh my god.
Some pingis.
Okay.
Riggs, I think
Wait
you've got
a
a child, mate.
Dad?
Oh my god.
I'd have to be like 3.
Nikki Riggs. That's got a bit of ring to it, to be honest.
Dundee,
Wait.
is he your brother?
Oh my
I'm a spitting image of my
Wait,
old
Dundee's
man.
losing
This
another
is-
son? I'll make a
Wait,
lot.
I'm
Oh
a...
my
Pictures,
god.
this is crazy.
Is that my brother?
I'm in the middle of another
In
We-
before Cadet Nikki Riggs.
brother.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
You picked
It's
such a
possible.
bad
Brothers?
face.
We could be.
They both have
Can
big-
I just say how weird
But hey,
to be wearing
aren't
Wait.
you that cop that
Yeah.
can't keep a relationship to
I don't know,
save
I
his
think I
life?
kinda
Shouldn't you
rocked
kind of be quiet right now?
I think I
Oh, damn. Tried to kill his girlfriend in a bank robbery yet. allegedly.
that I'm
Wait.
private about.
We could be brothers.
Loving it.
I'm a
Yeah,
spitting
I like
image
it.
of my old
I
man.
love the gray.
I know it's
Do
just
you
kind of
like my little
awkward
pin
that your
on
reputation
my jacket?
precedes
Look,
you,
see?
considering you wrecked that shit more than your vehicles.
It's like, it's like you ever. It's like recycled content. Shut the fuck up. All right, everybody says this shit all the time. Shut the fuck up.
Well,
Yeah.
if it's true.
Tactical nuke inbound.
Yeah.
Mission failed. We'll
I
get him
love
next time.
Dundee and Nicky, dude.
Let's go.
I don't know what to say. I
I
never
think
knew
you
I had a
should say
brother.
welcome home, son.
Wait,
Wow.
I think we should
Wow.
have.
Did you fuck his mom?
You should go over
Yeah,
there with
it
us
looks
and
like it.
stand with
Brothers,
family.
we can. No, you're on this side.
So does that
I
mean
mean,
you're
the
Dundee's
question
son?
still stands.
You're
Did you
Dundee's
fuck
like
your mom?
stepdad?
son?
Riggs is Dundee's
No,
son.
Oh, what is this? What's the line here?
Well, if they're brothers, and that makes
Audible
Dundee
gas.
his father.
Oh,
That means his
capital
father's
D.
son.
Oh
his
my
son.
god. This
No,
is the
no
biggest
way.
plot twist I've ever seen.
Wait, what?
I can't believe this.
Was
Is this
I-
why
this is
Dundee's
crazy.
so sad because
Wow.
his son turned to the police? That means that Dundee shot one of his.
Yeah.
He shot,
You shot your own son.
Oh my
Wow, you told your
Oh
own
my
son,
god.
Dundee, what the fuck, dude?
Jesus.
What
And they
the
both
fuck
named
is
him
happening?
Nicholas.
I can't
Wow.
imagine
Wow.
it's so
His name's
disobedient to
Nicholas.
this.
His name
Why
is
do you
Nick.
th-
Oh my god.
Why do you think I wear this vest every day?
Dundee.
Oh
Probably
my
because you're such a
God.
bad
Sorry,
son
let's get
your
that. Thank
father
you to
has to
Raging
shoot
Gamer.
you.
Thank you so much. I do
Wow.
read your message.
Wow.
Dab on the
He's just a
mods.
criminal.
Dab on the
Just a
mods.
low-life criminal.
Thank
Are we-
you.
Is he
is
really?
this recording?
This changes nothing,
Because
Dundee.
all
This
he's
changes
done
nothing.
is show
Thank you,
me
Raging Gamer.
unconditional love. Maybe you're
Well.
just kind of a shitty son.
Wow.
Well,
Hey, Ryan.
I agree.
Capital
Son,
D.
come
Okay.
over here. Come over here, son. Just
Pixie for a session.
Alright, Dundee, just ignore him.
get away from that man, son.
Yeah, get away from
Wow.
your dad. I mean,
That
your other
was-
dad.
I
I mean,
didn't
that's
expect
dad.
that, Riggs.
I mean, which dad?
not good to stand next to
Shut
me
up,
when your
Steve-O.
father was killed.
Imagine being a cop killer. Ooh.
Why
Where's
does
the handbag?
What happened to Snart?
did he have some smart-ass remark that I missed?
Oh, didn't hear it.
Not really. That would imply he's a smartass.
How many people is here? We
Yes,
got
Who's your
1,
daddy
2,
and what
3,
does he
4,
do?
5, 6, 7, 8,
What's
9,
up?
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
Oh,
22, 23,
I
24,
did that yesterday.
25,
yeah,
26,
yeah.
27, 28, 29,
can do my
30,
daily,
31,
yeah.
32,
Yeah, is
33,
it-
including
What,
code.
right now?
This is
Okay,
half
alright.
the server.
Man,
Wait,
how
there-
good are
there a
sweet chili and
bathroom
sour
up in
cream
this
Pringles?
motherfucker?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll never know where the bathroom
This
is.
is
Oh yeah, yeah. I
okay.
smoked
This is
Oh,
the
I'm
technology
voting.
of 5M though, dude, because this is only. We have an entire old server still running around doing everything, dude.
Card reading before we got
Dude,
here.
visualizing
Yeah,
it,
no
this
kidding.
makes every single slot valuable because it doesn't
We
look
had a
like
really good
this is
time
this
to
is
like,
an
you know,
entire
go to
old
the store
server.
at the Fleeker and get some
We
money
used
in
to
our bank.
roleplay this many people.
I don't know how long.
I think they open in about 37 minutes, guys.
By the way,
I'll see Sam later on. I'll give you.
That's
Dad, we gotta
awesome.
talk about how many people you've been fucking, because that got weird.
Oh god.
Shut up.
What is he doing? What's
I told you, you're basically DoorDash for cock.
Ooh.
Dude, imagine what we
That's
can do.
He's not wrong,
down
Dundee.
behind there with Kyle. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you dropped
I
some in.
love you
there.
too,
I see.
Dad.
Oh, okay, right behind the counter. All right.
I
Good
love
cop,
Dundee.
bad
Does anyone have a
He's so
bandage?
funny.
You guys got a bandage? Let's need one.
Whisper, Casey.
Oh, move away from me.
Maybe if I introduce Dundee to my mom.
I'll let you have one.
She's getting
Thanks,
close.
mate.
She's getting the 2 cops.
Do you guys think I'm deaf or something and just can't hear what you're saying directly behind me?
Sorry, what was that? mate?
What was that, boss?
Oh, you. Mine.
You're just important.
Sorry, are you upset that you've got fucking, 8 members here supporting you? Sorry, boss.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
So sorry.
Hey, Steve, I didn't see you raise your hand before.
Which part, mate?
Because he was in fucking jail when it happened.
No, he was here. He was here.
Which part, Riggs? The part where we, we didn't get anything done without him.
Yeah.
We've been getting heaps of shit done, mate. What do you mean?
No, I'm just
We're-
saying I didn't see you
We're
raise your hand.
we're a proactive MC,
No,
mate.
you just didn't raise your hand.
Hi, Rudy. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Hi, Rudy. I
Who the
got
fuck
news
is-
teeth.
In the back there. It's good. That's good.
What? Which one?
What the fuck is that?
That. I ain't got a flippin' clue. See, I'm changing. You hear that? I'm changing. I didn't cut.
Oh shit, you didn't swear. What the?
Those are the new cadets, right?
Yeah, I guess. So I thought that was Jenny just going red at first, but no, it's someone else.
No, right? They
Look,
all
no
look
one likes
the same.
me.
I bet you I'm gonna get 3
Finding
days.
out everyone here is related. Fuck.
Audible gasp.
One big old orgy.
I like how they're just
Wait,
staring
what?
at everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the court of
Are you
Wincest.
actually related to him?
I'm guessing I'm gonna be fucked here.
Maybe blood.
I'm looking at me,
Tests in order.
Flacco.
You look the
Yeah,
same.
purple
Hey,
No, we
Riggs,
don't.
after we're
Completely
done at
different.
court, we're gonna have some family bonding
Court's
time.
back
I'd
in
love to
session.
catch up.
I'm sure we can catch up in the jail cells. Is where I normally meet you.
I'm thinking I'm gonna get 3 to 4 years. That's my guess.
I'm moving.
I'm hoping for 1 or 2, but I'm thinking I'm gonna get 3 to 4.
That's battery.
I don't know what I wanna do.
All right, can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead and call the sentencing back into hearing at this time. Mr. Dundee, the court has listened to your heartfelt apology here today. We were also taking some consideration, sir, that you did spend a small amount of time in jail before you were released on parole, sir. And I hope that going forward, sir, that you do get the help that you need and that you do stay out of trouble, sir. You have a very, very lengthy criminal record in this city. And it does come into play with this sentencing, sir. And I do appreciate the fact that you
Probably
did
gonna
come
get
in
like
here today,
5
sir,
plus.
and throw yourself at the mercy of the court.
Sounds like I'm getting
So at
fucked.
this time, sir, I'm going to sentence you to an additional 2 years in Bolingbrook Penitentiary.
Okay.
There will be no parole. Once you step out of the prison gate, sir, you will be a free man and free to do what you want.
That's okay.
The fine of $50,000 will be imposed on you as well, sir.
That's
so
a
it's gonna
win.
be 2 years in prison, sir, and a $50,000 fine. That will make it a total of 4 years altogether, with 3 years of parole at the end of your term. Do you understand that, Mr. Dundee?
So we'll go in for 2 years now and then come out a free man.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You'll have
On the
no
good faith
additional
condition.
parole.
No additional
All
parole?
under good faith conditions, sir. I did hear you today, and I heard
Today?
your statement to the court.
What's a good faith condition? Is that like a catch or?
You'll see.
Oh, see.
He had 2 years.
Hang on a minute.
Shut up.
All right, bailiff, can you take him into custody?
Before he
do,
does
Your
that,
Honor.
he needs to be transported.
And it's a $50,000 fine.
Mr. Irwin Dundee, please step forward.
50K, ouch. 50K.
You could please raise your hands and turn away from me.